If there was ever to be discovered the ultimate do-nothing personal money machine, then Dan Hollings has quite likely discovered it. Never before have I seen a system that is so easy that anybody can learn it in a matter of hours. And if they just follow some simple guidelines, we'll be making profits the same day. So simple a concept that it was right under everyone's noses. So very profitable that the world is waking up to it. This system of using software bots and cryptocurrencies to generate small amounts of profit all day, every day is going to change the lives of everyone who learns it. Whether you're a savvy business operator, an established day trader, or a stay-at-home mom, it doesn't matter. It works for anyone. The concepts in Dan Hollings The Plan are so simple that anyone can understand them, and hence anyone can profit from them. It doesn't matter whether the crypto market is going up, down, or sideways. This system makes money regardless, making it very hard to lose. You will be amazed by the success rate of this program, as at the time of writing, every single person who has done the plan is making a profit. That's a hard call for nearly all the other wealth creation programs out there to make. Now, this is a crypto thing, so I know most people have probably got their BS detector warnings firing off loudly right about now. And a little while back, before I did the program, I was kind of in the same camp. But having done this now, I can say this is by far the closest thing I have ever come across to the ultimate kickback and do-nothing personal money machine. So, grab a comfy chair and a tasty beverage, and set aside a few minutes to listen to this personal review of Dan Hollings The Plan, before zipping off and reading the full unabridged, no-stone-unturned version at digitalliferevolution.com, or watching the last webinar replay by clicking the links around this video. So, what is the plan? Well, the simplest explanation is that it's a short training course where you learn how to make passive income from crypto with no trading experience necessary and in the safest possible way. It uses publicly available software to run automated bots that take care of trading for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, spotting small differences in price and profiting off it. Crypto markets are known for being volatile, and these huge price swings and crazy terminology makes it a no-go for so many everyday people. This is where the difference of the plan shines. It takes advantage of the volatility in the cryptocurrency market. The more the price moves, the better. Whilst this volatility is the exact reason many people stay away from crypto, this volatility is what will make everyone who uses the plan wealthier. All day, every day, the bots just look for tiny drops in the price of a coin and then they buy. Then they look for tiny increases in price and sell at a small profit the thing they just bought. Each profit might only be 20 to 50 cents, but it does it every minute. All day, all month, all year, and it adds up rapidly, and you can have many bots. The more volatile the price, the more profits the bot makes. Dan calls this the wiggle. The plan teaches you how to enter the market, set up these bots, and then watch them wiggle your way to wealth. The full program gives you an understanding of the crypto world and the whole system you need to implement to be successful and as safe as possible. But it's not remotely difficult. My grandma could do this stuff. Sure, there's software that has been thoroughly researched and selected, but there is so much more. Like how to get your money into the system, how to keep that money as protected as possible, multiple strategies to use based on your risk tolerance and goals, how to maximize profits with every bit of crypto coin you hold, how to get your money out of the system, and much more. Everything you need to go from knowing nothing about crypto, like I was, to being able to generate daily profits, like I do now. It's one lesson a week for a number of weeks, done as live view webinars that if you miss, you can catch the replay of. Naturally, there's a whole back office members area with a ton of ancillary learning and instructional videos to show you every step of the way. Cash is king. But if cash is king, why are we talking about crypto? Well, in this modern post-COVID era where 25% of all US cash was printed in the last 18 months, I think this should read, cash flow is king. Holding on to plain old cash in a bank account paying 0.25% interest a year will mean you actually go backwards. And the inherent difference of the plan is that every day, no matter what, you will end up with additional cash in your digital wallet that you can spend on the net, reinvest into crypto, or pull out and pay your rent with if you want. Do with it as you wish. This system generates cash flow. For example, you don't have to invest a chunk of money into Bitcoin at $60,000 and wait for the price to move to $70,000 before selling and getting your cash back and your profit. That can take years, and even then, you'll be thinking, should you hang on in case it goes to $80,000? Who knows? In the meantime, your money is locked away in Bitcoin, not generating any income for you. Dan's plan is an entirely different strategy that no one seems to have cottoned on to, and it is extremely profitable and extremely simple. You do not need to stare at screens, charts, and numbers all day with this system. You set up a bot and mess with it as little as possible for weeks and months at a time, and just watch the bots wiggle all day, generating a cash profit while still holding onto the coin you invested in. You do as little as possible. In an era where we are conditioned from birth to get a good education, get a job, work hard, and then you'll have money for retirement, it can be hard to grasp the concept of a system that can produce money for you whilst you do nothing. Technically, the stock market has been doing this for years, but in order to get enough money coming out through dividends, people needed over $1 million invested. The stock market only tends to give 8 to 10% returns a year for the average investor. Well, the plan system with crypto tends to give me about 0.67% a day. That's about 20% a month. That would be about 240% a year. Now, suddenly, living off the cash flow produced daily by the bots seems feasible with only tens of thousands in there. Tens of thousands, I hear you say. I don't have tens of thousands to spare. Well, start small and grow. Compounding, Einstein's eighth wonder of the world. Albert Einstein considered compounding the eighth wonder of the world, and it's what the rich use to get richer. You take a small amount of money, put it to work generating more money, and then reinvest that new money back into the original investment to make it bigger. The bigger the base investment, the more money it will generate the next time around. Repeat, repeat, repeat. With the daily profits from the plan sitting in your crypto wallet, you can put it back into the base investment regularly and often. Combine that with the massive returns the plan system gives, and in no time at all you are cash flowing a new life. This is exciting stuff. Now anyone can get to a lifestyle where investments do all the work in a matter of months or a couple of years, not decades. This is the key to not needing to work and just living off the interest. The software is readily available on the net. Yep, you can go out and get it tomorrow. So naturally, people ask, why not just get it and do it myself? Well, of course you can. But this thing is like a Ferrari. It looks good, it looks easy, but if you get behind the wheel of a Ferrari not knowing how to drive, you can do untold amounts of damage. I don't want to see that carnage. Much the same, you won't know how to drive this software, and you will waste hours of time and burn through untold amounts of cash before you work out how to get it under control. Dan Hollings has already burned through a bunch of money to get the strategies and settings right. So you can burn through your own trying to work these things out, or you can just ante up for a little education and drive that Ferrari like a master from the get-go. It always fascinates me how people will happily take on massive college debt in the hope that it will give them more income in the future, but the idea of investing in education after college for income almost immediately is an anxiety-laden terror ride. The future of crypto. Believe it or not, Bitcoin has been with us now for over 10 years. Much like in the late 90s when people said the internet is a fad and people said social media is a fad, crypto is now getting the same kind of discussion. But the underlying technology that gave birth to crypto, blockchain, is not going away. In the next 40 years, it is going to change everything as we know it. And so cryptocurrencies will not be a fad, but something that are here for a long, long time. So why get in now? One particular pundit, a guy called Plan B, invented a predictive model for Bitcoin that has been one of the most accurate predictive models ever invented. Based on its current predictions, Bitcoin could be expected to rise to around $100,000 by the end of 2021 and $1 million by 2026. If that's the case, wouldn't grabbing a little bit of that every day to build up a reserve sound like a good idea? You can do this easily, 24/7 with the plan bots doing your bidding. Start with a small investment, reinvest the daily profits, and you will never even need to put in another dollar. Despite the 10 years, it is still considered the early stages of Bitcoin, and the big banks and investment firms have just started waking up to it. They are waiting for more guidelines from their regulators on how to handle crypto on their books. But when that is sorted out soon, there will be trillions pouring in, pushing the prices of everything up. Many of the top companies in the world are starting to accept cryptocurrency for payment. El Salvador has even adopted Bitcoin as legal tender in the country. Bitcoin is the third largest world currency. The total cryptocurrency market value has hit a record $2.5 trillion and is growing at a phenomenal rate. By comparison, the entire NASDAQ is worth a mere $33 billion. Could Bitcoin go to zero? Possibly. Could Amazon? Could Microsoft? Could Apple? Also possibly. But I think Bitcoin is here to stay. I believe now is the best possible time to get started with cryptocurrency. And the plan is absolutely the best, safest, fastest, smartest, passive system available. Who doesn't like to sit back to do nothing while making money, right? And your money is always under your control. I just want to point out here, Dan Hollings and the people that run the plan never touch your money. Only you do, ever. They don't manage it, control it, or even know how much you've got. The plan is an education, not funds management. You're shown the safest way to move money from place to place, keep codes, keys, and passwords as safe as possible, and lock as much away from prying eyes as possible. And of course, you're shown how to wiggle. So how much do you need? Firstly, never invest more than you can afford to lose in any investment. If you can't make rent money for next week, you don't have enough spare to invest in crypto. By their very nature, investments carry risk. When it comes to crypto, I have mentioned volatility. However, I am convinced that the plan method both reduces risk and maximizes profits better than any other system, but I am not a financial advisor. That being said, the recommended minimum investment into the bots is $3,000 to $5,000. Of course, if you want to invest less, you can. However, you are already starting to break some of the plan rules, so don't expect to get the same kind of results the rest of us do. This $3,000 to $5,000 is in addition to the one-time investment into the plan education itself, which at time of writing is $2,500. Going forward, you will also need to pay for the software monthly plan, which is $20, $45, or $110 per month depending on how big you go. I started on the bottom level but quickly moved to the middle one. You will also need some tax software that can tally up all your trades for the tax man at the end of the year. That is from $300 per year. So who is IT for? The plan is for anyone who sees the value of investing money to make it work harder. It's for busy people who don't have time or inclination to sit and watch charts all day and read newspapers about where the market might go. It's for people who need their nest egg to grow rapidly for retirement. It's for people who are young and have realized the earlier you start with investing, the better off you'll be financially. Quite honestly, it's for lazy people. You literally only have to put in a little effort at the beginning to learn it and implement it. Then you have a system to make money for life where you do as little as possible. It's for early adopters. If you're sick of hearing about great deals and great investments well after everyone else and sick of missing out on the profits, this is for you. Hardly anyone is doing this yet. In 12 months, it will be everywhere. Getting into the plan. The plan is a course, so it opens and closes for each round. If it is open, you will be able to join with any link around this video. If it is closed, better get on the waiting list ASAP because this thing is exploding. Click any link around this video to join the instant notification list and you'll be contacted the second the next round announces its opening. How much does the plan cost? At time of writing, the plan costs $2,500. Do you think $2,500 is a lot? I think it depends on whether it gives returns. So far, 100% of people doing the course have made profit, so as you can understand, there is an explosion in demand. This is a legal cash-making machine. Would you like one? If you believe that you can make profits from this system, then the plan is dead cheap. If you don't, then it's expensive. But remember the Ferrari I mentioned earlier. This is powerful stuff. You mess up and it will cost you. Maybe better to pay for driving lessons than driving that lovely Ferrari into the wall. My final thoughts are that the lockdowns and craziness of the last couple of years has shown just how fragile one source of income can be. The plan gives an amazing opportunity for another source of income from a small investment, and if you don't need the cash right now, consider the rapid buildup of capital it can generate for later years. Remember, this gives you cash flow, the golden egg. The plan and its radically different strategy with crypto is the golden goose. Previously, only big hedge fund traders and the big banks had access to the kind of software that could pull this off in the Forex markets. Now the playing field is leveled. The average person has been given the power of multi-million-dollar investment firms. Let's use it. Get in the first chance you get. For a more expanded version of this review, click the review links around this video or click the links for the latest webinar replay to find out more about the plan from the team themselves. Have a great day and get wiggling!